let's talk about the new Def Havana album, Rituals. Rituals is the 5th studio album from the Kings Lynn band. This album is different from what we've heard previously from Def Havana. It's a more chart-facing project compared to some of their previous work, which might have been considered more in the post-hardcore or alternative rock mold. This is pure American pop-punk vocals, top 40 chasing, pop shite. Rituals is very overproduced. It relies heavily on those sort of high-pitch Tom DeLonge, Billy Joe Armstrong, high-pitch American whiny pop-punk those sort of vocals overlaid on very overproduced guitar-based pop music that really doesn't do anything for the band. Def Havana have likely taken inspiration from the 1975 and their pop-leaning guitar-based sound, whereas the 1975 are a bit original. They use a bit of auto-tune here and there, some interesting effects on their vocals. Def Havana just take bits from different places that they like, different areas that have been successful in the charts previously, and mash it together into this mess that is Rituals. Rituals has a lot of Christianity themology in this. On the cover, there's someone getting baptized with water. Tracks are titled things like Hell, Sinner, Holy, and we've heard this before. We've heard years and years have always had a lot of religious symbolism in their music, most notably on their most recent album, Palo Santo. But they take it in an interesting direction. They explore some of the themes, whereas Def Havana just keep it very surface level. For instance, the song Sinner, it's what you'd expect, formulaic guitars, overproduced, and it's even got the classic like hand clap, like take him to church. I'm a sinner, and the vocals just stripped down, and we just hear the claps, and it's like, yeah, we're in church now. He's a sinner, but he's gonna be alright. Like any paint by numbers, religious themed average album, Rituals goes through the usual hurdles, heartbreak, sin, and it's all fine because there's redemption at the end. All this journey that the singer and the band have gone through, all the problems that they've faced, it's all fine because they're going to be forgiven at the end. It might be a bit simplistic, dismissive even, to categorise Rituals as an album for teenage girls. But it is. It is very much the album you would listen to when you're younger. You think, wow, this band, they're so edgy, man. They've got like this singer, he's so pained, but you know what? He's really a nice guy deep down. He might treat people badly, but really, he's nice. And then 10 years later, you listen to Def Havana, you think, oh, I used to love this album when I was younger. You listen to it and you realise it's shit. The ideas have come from other places and you've just been peddled a load of rubbish. This is the fan base for Def Havana at this point. They've changed their style so many times that I think they've lost a lot of their fan base and what made the band stand out in the beginning. And now it's just generic, formulaic pop. Might do well on the charts. I haven't heard any singles really played so far. I haven't heard much popularity. I think this album's going to come and go, and we're not going to hear anything about it apart from in a few years' time when the teenage girls grow up and they're like, oh yeah, Def Havana, yeah, great. Hell builds in the verses with a drum pattern that sounds like it was lifted from something from Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory. And in the chorus, James Vec Gillotti sings that I was never going to treat you right, basically saying like, it's not my fault that I'm treating you like shit. I'm just a bad guy. While the synths play into the chorus here, these synths sound like something the 1975 would use, and it's one of the more. It's a bombastic chorus. It would get your feet moving if you heard this playing somewhere. Overall, it's just ideas lifted from different places, mashed together, nothing really coming of it cohesively. And I think that is the best example of Rituals being a limited record, quite a poor record, and an album that I won't be listening to again. I think Def Havana have changed a bit too much. They've tried a few different things here. This is a very concentrated effort to hit the top 40. We'll see if it succeeds or not. This is very summery music. I can see people playing this on the radio and it getting some play. But for me personally, as an album, as a record, as a body of work, it's not very good. I would not recommend it at all. I didn't enjoy anything to do with Def Havana's Rituals. I think it's a poor album. I think it's derivative, and it does so many things badly that you can't give it anything more than a 2 out of 10.